Does quality in content comes with a cost? And if yes, how much it is? Join me in this video. Let's showcase the updated video setup for the PenVenture YouTube channel. Time, it is the most precious thing that we have, and for me, this is where I take this with a very serious perspective, because if you're spending time on the PenVenture YouTube channel, it is most important that we at PenVenture deliver you a quality in our content that is top-notch. As always, welcome back to the channel. My name is Emmy, and I'm going to showcase the recent changes and how much did we change on our recording setup in order to improve the quality of what you are watching right now. And this may look different than what I usually do at PenVenture, because you would see me with fountain pens in my hands and everything, and now I'm holding a camera. I'm holding a camera because I want to showcase how far we went into creating something great in order for you to spend time with us and to be worth it. So I'm gonna use my camera to show you around from a different perspective. So basically it would look like you are watching from behind me. You will see to what great lengths we went in order to showcase fountain pens to the best of our ability. And you have to understand that at PenVenture, in regards of content, I am doing most of the things. I am not an expert on content and stuff like this. I have picked up everything that I know from other YouTube channels, watching Peter McKinnon, watching Casey Neistat, watching a lot of channels that present recording gear. In this time, I formed like a passion, including for things like cameras, lenses, filmmaking, basically, because it is a big rabbit hole, like lighting, how you would set up lights in order to capture a specific emotion when recording, angles, the rules and everything in regards to actually present something which people enjoy watching, but they don't actually know for sure why. And basically I had to learn everything from watching other people. And if you're gonna be staying long enough, you're gonna find out the price for everything, because it is huge. I don't normally calculate how much I put into the equipment that's used in order to produce content, because in my opinion, it is worth it. It is worth it because your time is the most precious thing that you can have. So for me, watching our videos, I take this very serious. So I want to showcase the best quality ever. I do recording, I do editing, I do the setup, and I am helped by people that are very close by, like friends. Our in-house photographer, Dan, is helping me whenever I need to move something, connect something, or if I don't know how something is working. He is an expert, but I'm trying to learn as I go along. Let's start with the first camera, the one which is used for you to watch my videos, the main camera, the one that is recording right now. That camera is a Sony FX3 cinema line. So I'm going to use my other camera just to show you a little bit of perspective in regards of what's out there if you're watching from behind. And this is the mighty Sony FX3 cinema camera, which is used in order to capture the main recording angle at PenVenture. On it, we have used a Tamron lens. This is the 70 by 28 millimeters. This is what is used in order to get this frame. I find that I have like a passion for Sony cameras, and I love working with Sony cameras. So basically, every single camera that you will see in this video is going to be from Sony. In regards of actual lenses, I've used Tamron because it is very cost effective in regards of actually getting something which is brilliant to use but not that expensive. The FX3 is using this Tamron, and I love this focal length. I believe it is brilliant. As we go further, I'm not going to be just naming every single piece of equipment that is used, like the cage, like the cables, like the microphones, everything. We're going to put that into the miscellaneous pile of things. Moving further, there is another camera, which is the overhead angle. It sits right there. I'm going to show you because we recently upgraded to using a Sony A7C. So we passed into full frame setup because in the past we used to have a Sony A6400 and that was using a non full frame lens and it didn't have the big sensor. So we just swapped to a very interesting lens and I just said that we should go and use something like a full frame in order to really get that picture of the pen itself. So that camera right there is the angle that you're going to be watching whenever we show something like this. This is the camera that now it's overhead and this is what's used from this point on. It is still a piece of equipment which I'm having to familiarize with in regards of how it's working, the level of autofocus and everything. But what it is different is now it is a fixed focal length. So we don't have the zoom available, but I'm gonna be cropping, trying to zoom in because I specifically chose a lens which is wonderful and you're gonna love this lens. Let's showcase the overhead camera. So above we have the Sony A7C and the lens that it is on it, it is a Sony 90mm GM lens, the also called King of Macro. I don't know yet what it is capable with this lens, but we're going to be finding out rather soon. Wonderful camera, and the new setup with the lens and everything, I believe it's going to be very interesting to check out what it is possible with it, how much closer we can get to the pen itself from the perspective of the overhead, capturing every single detail. I went and chose the most sharpest lens that it is out there. So the 90mm Sony lens, the King of Macro, basically, it's gonna be our viewpoint from above. It's gonna be like this on the table and it's gonna capture what I'm trying to showcase in the videos. I have another camera which is going to be used in order to capture basically every single step, or better said, viewpoint, which is not able to be done with a fixed gear like the one that I've just showed you, the FX3, the A7C. So for that, I'm gonna use this, and this is my new camera. So this recently showed up and it was used in the videos with Ben from Gravitas for a different viewpoint, and this is something that I'm planning to use in order to get you close to having like a series of updates on the building, on the pen store that we are building, and also it's something that I'm planning to use in order to get a different perspective, more fluid, more flexible. So this is a Sony A7S, something great for capturing video. As a lens, I went with something which I have been drooling to get for the past 2 years or so. It is the Sony GM50mm f1.2 glass, filter and the filter on, cage, everything that you may need in order to record in any condition out there, sun, not, you name it. This camera can and will deliver that piece of content. I need to learn how to use it, and I need to get some of this skills to a point where I can really put a new spin into our content. This is what we use. If I were to just take you around like on a tour, let me show you a view what you will see around here. So on my left right here, it is a monitor. I think this is something that I use for placement, like if I want to see if I'm sitting in the middle and if everything is framed up, volume is working and everything. So basically you can have a look and see how is the main viewpoint that you are watching centered. Then we have an over light, which is done in such a way that light will not flood the whole table and get to have like everything being seen. And right here on the right we have a monitor, and this monitor is something which helps me to have a look whenever it's about details. If this is focused, what is the overhead angle showcasing. And then we have a big softbox light, and this on the right, it is used in order to get that soft light to get on the review desk and to be the sort of a mellow light that you and everyone seem to really enjoy seeing in our videos. So basically this is the current state of the things that are just simply used in order to record content. There is another piece of equipment which is right here on my left. Let me show you that. And this piece of equipment is actually a microscope. So this is used in order to really get to those fine details whenever those are needed. I'm ashamed to say that I have not used that till now, but we will be using it very soon. Again, this is what's used in order to record content. In order to edit content, I'm using MacBook Pro. Well, when I bought this, it was the top of the line, I believe in 2021 or 2022, if I'm not mistaken. And it helped me grow the store to this point, and it is the most used tool or piece of equipment that I have. Now, there is a lot of miscellaneous things like cables, microphones, I don't know, small lights, small things that are used. Those are to be put in the miscellaneous bunch, because tripods like the one that you see right here, installing rigs, mounts, cables, chargers, batteries, pretty much a lot of things that are not visible, but I do use them as well. This is where we're gonna be having a look at the price tags, and those are not cheap at all. And I have never done this, so the reason behind this is not to brag or anything. I'm super blessed, and I admit I'm not a professional in the way that I know how to use these tools in order to create mind-blowing clips, films, effects, and everything. So I believe I still need to learn a lot of the things that are needed in order to get the maximum out of these cameras, but I'm gonna learn how to do all of those, including I want to do slow-mo, B-roll, a lot of things that I believe are going to be putting a new spin and offer so much in order to create a dynamic way of watching content, which usually it's static when it comes to fountain pens. This is just how I see pen content at this moment, and I think that there is a lot of channels which are pushing the boundaries of actually going out there and getting to record interesting bits of clips, and I believe there is a lot of untapped potential in that specific way. I have here some notes, which are the pricings for this gear. I'm going to start with the main Sony FX3 3.8 thousand euros. Tamron, the lens 17-20 millimeters f, I believe something like 2.8, 3.5, something like this, 1,000 euros. Sony A7C, the overhead body, 1.8 thousand euros, paired with the Sony 90 millimeters macro lens, 1,060 euros. Then we have this. This is the A7S body, 3.6 thousand euros. The Sony 50 millimeters f1.2 GM lens. This one is 2.2 thousand euros. The Apple MacBook Pro, it's something like 3,000 euros, and it may be more when I bought it in 2021, but basically right now online 2.8, 3,000 euros it's worth if you were to buy it new. And I've put the rest of the things like the monitors, cables, lights, stands, pretty much anything else besides the normal equipment as being like something I don't know, average 3,000. The grand total for everything would be something like 20,000 euros. It is a huge amount of funds that we invested into our gear, and that translates to something like $20,600, and I believe it is worth every single penny, because your time is the most important thing that us at PenVenture borrow from you, or you spend time with us. So for me, in order to know for sure that what we deliver is a top-notch quality, you are watching a piece of content that I went to extreme lengths in order to make sure it is good quality in regards of the image, the sound, the lights, the quality, and all of the details are captured. I know that there is a lot of room where I need to improve, and I promise you that I will. But till then, I want you to know that I'm giving it my all in order to be sure that it is worth it to spend your time on our channel. If you have any questions regarding this, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. I do appreciate a lot your support, your input on everything. I appreciate your time. So for me, this is why whenever I record videos, I'm sure to introduce this. Thank you for your time that you spend on this video with me. For me, it is a great blessing and an honor to have such an audience. If you enjoy PenVenture content, I know this is not pen related, but I promise you something is coming. Give this video also a big thumbs up. Maybe it can help a few of you that are looking forward to start their own channels in regards of creating pen content, how to do it. If you need help in that, again, use the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to go there and to share humbly my experience, because I'm not an expert. But if I know something that could save you some time and some funds, and to just give you my perspective after 6 years of doing content like this, I'll be more than happy to share with you that piece of advice. If you want to support the growth of the PenVenture YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. It is very easy. Click there, turn on the notification bell on, and you'll be notified whenever we have new content. Speaking about content, if you want to continue watching my previous videos, click here and enjoy. As always, I'm your host Aaron from PenVenture. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, stay safe, bye bye.